Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amuka here, and I'm back with another special video for you guys. It is Wedding Planning Wednesdays, and we're ready to plan this wedding, okay? So today, as you can see by the title below, we are going to be talking about planning 2 weddings for one day. Is it possible? For anyone that is confused why we're planning 2 weddings for one day, stick around and you will find out. Let's get straight into today's video.
Would you join the journey, Amuka's journey? Subscribe.
Before we get started, can we just acknowledge that picture for any of the OG subbies here? Who remembers this picture from like years ago? It was in my background. I'm gonna probably insert a picture here. It was always in my background, and I still have it from 2018. Yeah, I think this picture was taken 2017 or 2018. But look at my little cute little afro. But anyways, let's get into today's video. Before we get started, please, if you are new here, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to join the journey by subscribing down below. If you're returning, welcome back. We have more content for you guys, more information, more ways to plan that wedding like a pro. So stay tuned. Let's get straight into today's video. All right, so we're talking about planning 2 weddings in one day. Why would we even want to stress ourselves with that, right? But for anyone that is confused, if you are of African descent, or you have African culture, or you just want to or you're marrying somebody that is African. For me, I am Nigerian. My husband, he is Ghanaian. So we had 2 weddings. We had our traditional wedding, which you guys, we did a video explaining that, and we had our white wedding, the church wedding. So we had 2 weddings. Honestly, it is so great that somebody asked for this video, because I honestly was going to do both weddings in one day to cut costs. So this is a perfect topic to discuss for anyone that is trying to do both a traditional wedding and their white wedding in one day. So some of the things you can do is find a venue that will give you surplus amount of time. So not just 8 hours or 9 hours or whatever, but you have enough time for setup and breakdown in case you want decoration to be changed. So with doing 2 weddings in one day, it's actually pretty good, because you are definitely cutting costs. Like, we had to rent the space that we used. We used the same space both days, but we had to rent it for 2 days. So luckily it was my church, so that's different. But if you do have like if you're using a location that you just found it and you're trying to rent the space, it is best if it is a place that, you know, they give you surplus amount of hours. But with planning traditional and white wedding on the same day, it is extremely hard, because depending on your culture, you might have several outfit changes, you might have several different cultural things and practices that need to be done. And let's be really honest, it is hard to do traditional and white wedding the same day, because one has to be done really early in the morning. And for females, our makeup, we have a specific look we want for the white wedding, and we have a specific look we want for our traditional. And for me, there's no way I could have had blue eyeshadow, blue glitter and stuff, and a like smoky eye with my wedding dress, with my white wedding dress. You can look at both pictures here. I don't think it would have worked personally, but there is a way that you can, you know, transition your makeup. So if you start with the white wedding in the morning, you can definitely transition your makeup to something a little bit darker, a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more glam for your traditional wedding, which will be later on in the day. Something when you're thinking about planning a wedding, 2 weddings in one day, you have to be realistic. People have jobs, especially if you live in like America or something. People have jobs, and if you're trying to do it, like, do you think people are going to come out in the morning time? If it's a weekend, fine, but just think about it. Even on the weekend, Saturdays, people like to sleep in. They probably went out the night before. Sundays, people go to church. So if you think about it, like, I mean, if you send invitations and everything, the people that are going to be there will be there regardless. But I'm saying be like realistic, like, oh, you know, do I have to make people, like a whole bunch of people call off of work? You know, depending on certain jobs, some people are the busiest on weekends, like how my job used to be. So that's also something to think about when you're planning 2 weddings for one day, like having your traditional and your white wedding on the same day. But with doing that, it is a pro because once you're done, you're done. You wear your white wedding dress in the morning, do the ceremony, and then in the evening, like as the ceremony ends and you guys dancing with your white wedding dress or whatever, you change into your traditional clothes and you have your traditional wedding. And that's the reception. It's fun. Everybody comes out one time and it's one and done, and you go home. Or if you're a Christian and you want to do Thanksgiving the next day, you go to church and give God praise and give your offering and whatever, and you know you are done. You can go on your honeymoon. You can move into your new place together. You can do so many other things than being tired Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's funny to me because I'm just remembering my experience. Thursday we had rehearsal. Friday we had the traditional wedding. Saturday we had the white wedding. Sunday we had Thanksgiving. So it was a long weekend. But all you have to do if you're doing both 2 in 1, you have to do Friday or Thursday. Okay, sorry. You have to do Friday rehearsal. After work, everyone can come for rehearsal. Saturday, the weddings. Morning time, you can do your ceremony. So it'll feel pretty much like a Sunday. You just really need to start early. So Saturday morning, start makeup like around 4:30 a.m. depending on how many bridesmaids you have, or 5 a.m. Get the pictures taken, you know, nice pictures when the sun is rising and all those stuff, your robe pictures, blah blah blah. Then start the ceremony like around 10, 11, you know, people come out, and then ceremony is done within 30 minutes to an hour. And then you start your reception right after that for your white wedding. You know, you start your reception, you have enough food and drinks and everything. And then boom, you go back, you know, everyone is dancing and everything. The bride kind of sneaks away. You can change your makeup. It's the makeup for me. Like, that's the tough part in this whole situation for me. But like I said, it is very easy to just change your makeup. Like, I can, like, for example, what I have today is like light. You know, I can easily add dark eyeshadow, smoke out my waterline, and it's like a nighttime look. Change my lipstick. But if you're doing your wedding in the summertime, it might be hot, you might be sweating, your makeup, your foundation might have like gotten some streaks on it. But never say never. It is possible you can touch that baby up and you can keep it pushing. So yeah, that's one pro. You know, you're saving money. You're cutting a cost of renting 2 different spaces. You're being very considerate of your guests because they can come just one time, celebrate you like Saturday, Sunday, you know, if you're doing like Thanksgiving or anything. And then you don't have to spend as much on food and drinks because all the people you're feeding is gonna be there, compared to feeding people 2 days, the same people for 2 days or 3. Not like I'm, you know, mad at all the people that ate all the food, but I'm just saying it does add up, you know, and people come to eat and to enjoy and all of that stuff. So yeah, what else do I need to talk about concerning this topic? Just know that it is going to be an extremely long day for you. For the bride, for the groom, for the bridesmaids, for the groomsmen, it is going to be an extremely long day because changing clothes alone is like, it takes so much energy. Like, especially when you have that adrenaline pumping through your veins, like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm married now, I'm doing this, is everything gonna go, you know, smoothly? How's the decorations? How is that? Decorations. That is something. Let's talk about decoration. So depending on your style, decoration is another thing that might be a little bit tricky, because like I said, for me, white wedding, I wanted it to be like all white, and traditional wedding, I wanted like bring Africa to me. I wanted all the color with all the kente, with all the Ankara, with all the lace. I wanted all those color, like flowers, and really, really pretty, you know, like colorful. Plus our outfits, the colors were really, like they really stood out. So if you have that kind of, if that's the kind of decoration you're looking at for your wedding, it's kind of like parallel to each other. So things might need to be changed, and where would that time come in? You know, the decorators, I'm sure they could do it, you know, but what could help is just know that your ceremony, right, where you're having your ceremony, you could decorate it to match the white wedding theme, and then where the reception is, you could decorate it to match the traditional theme, you know. So even though you may enter into the reception with your wedding dress and with your tuxedo or whatever, you might need to sacrifice that instead of having white wedding decoration completely. You know, you could do like half and half. Cool, that solves the problem. Yeah, that's something you could do, because I'm telling you, if you have the strength for it and you can do it, do both one day and get it over with. Because some people, I do know a lot of people that do their traditional wedding 6 months before their white wedding. I could not see myself doing that. I couldn't, unless, the only reason I would have did that is if we planned on it. We wanted to go to Nigeria 2021 December, but with all the COVID and everything, we didn't even have that conversation anymore, because it was not realistic. I mean, I still ended up traveling December 2021, but it was not realistic, you know, with COVID and all that stuff. So we just did everything here. But if we wanted to, that's how we would have did it. We would have gone to Nigeria in December, had the traditional wedding there, and then we would have had the white wedding here in August. I mean, it would have still worked out, but I just keep thinking to myself, like, what will work for other people in a sense, because sometimes, like, it's just not easy to call off work multiple times, or like, even if it's spread out, calling off work and be like, oh, I have a wedding to attend or something, you know, you might as well leave it to be just one time somebody has to do that for you to celebrate you, but whoever's gonna be there is gonna be there. But yeah, anyways, I think that's about it. If there's anything that I missed, anyone that has had their traditional and white wedding the same day, leave that in the comments down below. Let's discuss that and see how realistic and how possible that is. It is definitely possible. It's realistic as well, depending on the individual, depending on the couple, because like I said, there are several things to consider when it comes to makeup changing, when it comes to outfits, how many outfits you're wearing, when it comes to all the people that are going to be there, and when it comes to decor. Other than that, it's very realistic. It is actually going to cut costs for you a lot, and if you have the strength for it, definitely do it. I mean, changing outfits maybe 3-4 times. Just be on time. You have to be a planner, you have to be on time, and you have to have the strength. Pray to God for the strength. Yeah, but like I said, leave it in the comments down below what you guys think. If I missed anything, if you guys have anything to add, leave it in the comments down below. I hope this video was helpful. I hope this video encouraged any of our brides and grooms to be that it is possible. You don't have to break the bank. If you want to do a traditional wedding and you still want to have the white wedding, it is possible. You can do them in one day, and that will cut a lot of costs as well. Like I said, this is something that I considered, but it just wasn't realistic for me because of all, like, I did my makeup and I was thinking of just my face. It was not okay, I'm kidding. It was not realistic because we wanted to kind of split up our guest list where we have more of my family, like not just family, like more family, older people, my mom's friends and family, Reggie's parents, you know, friends and family coming for the traditional. We wanted to kind of make that more of like a real traditional thing, while the white wedding, we wanted it to be, you know, intimate, like our friends and our family and, you know, our close uncles and aunties and stuff. So that is why it didn't work out for us. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope I wasn't just rambling. Because this is something that I've experienced, I decided to talk, you know, just straight off the dome. But most times I do try to research and give you guys the best information possible. But today I was just like, you know what, let's come on here naturally and just approach the situation like I would do if I was talking to a friend. But yeah, I just try to make sure every video, you know, is helpful for those of y'all planning your weddings, or, you know, have friends that are planning weddings, or whoever's like a bridesmaid or maid of honor and they're trying to help. I'm sure these will be helpful as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, let me know if you remember this picture. If you don't and you're new, you can definitely go check out my old videos. Yeah, so I'm your girl Amuka. Stay blessed and not stressed, and I am out.
Would you join? Would you join the journey? Amuka's journey.